This is going to be strawberry Italian ice, 4 quarts of water, a ½ ounce of Weber flavor strawberry, 10 ounces of frozen strawberries that we bought at the supermarket in bags that were frozen at the height of freshness. There's no syrups in there, no nothing, just strawberries. We thaw them overnight and we're going to throw them in the machine, and 2 pounds of cane sugar. So we'll pass that along. So the first thing is going to be 4 quarts of water.
Okay.
And Christy's got the sugar, 2 pounds of sugar. I didn't believe it until we had a gentleman in here. He was a scientist for Domino Sugar. There is a difference. This says, Domino says pure cane sugar. Everything else that says sugar is not sugar. It's corn syrup, corn sugar. And sometimes beets and sometimes corn. But so sugar is a generalized term. I use a sugar-free product, which is called allulose. They still call it a sugar. So if you want to make the world's best product, you buy pure cane sugar. It makes a difference in the freezing properties. It makes a difference in the taste. It enhances the flavor. And Jeff razzed me for years because he called me cheap because I was buying the store brand sugar, until we found out years later there really was a difference.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the Weber flavoring and then the iRice base. Everybody's heard of the famous iRice and, of course, Weber flavors. So there is an astronomical difference between the two. The two is a base and a flavoring. To make your batch in a CB350 or a 24 quart, you're going to need to use at least this whole jug for a 24 quart and probably a good about half of it or almost a quarter of it just to run in the CB350. There's sugar already added in this versus no sugar added in this one. This you would use ounces, ½ ounce, quarter of an ounce or whatever. So you can buy one of these and it'll last you 60 batches. Probably, versus one of these and it'll last you 1, maybe 2, depending on what size machine you have. You can control your amount of sugar with the Weber flavors because I can add my 2 pounds of sugar, whatever this is, and then my strawberries. My mango, or if this was strawberry as well, this already has sugar, so I can only add, maybe a ½ pound, couple ounces or whichever. Now my mangoes that I'm going to add are a lot more sugar, so is it going to freeze right? Is it going to separate? Things like that. There's a cost difference as well. Weber Flavors can sell you 1 jug, 20 jugs, 200 jugs. They can sell you a multi-pack. So if you want to buy a case which has 4, you can have 4 different flavors. And they sell direct to you, which keeps the cost down just like we do. iRice doesn't sell direct, so they have a distributor that you have to purchase through, and you have to purchase usually in quite a big bulk. So there is a big difference. Both are great companies. Weber Flavors is actually older than we are. So they've been making this product since 1902. We're 1905. So they've been around for quite a while. And you name it, they make it. Jalapeno extract, boysenberry extracts, flavoring bases and stuff like that. Really great customer service and great people all around.
It makes a difference to be buying direct from a company, just like you do us. Every other batch freezer company and most other flavor companies, you're going through a dealer. Oh, it sounds nice. Oh, there's a dealer, 100 miles away from me. Anytime you go through a deal, you're adding a markup. Everybody's in business to make money. They're not just giving it away. So they have to buy it from the company, and then they have to mark it up and then sell it to you. What we do with our machines is we build it and sell it direct to you. That's what Christy's talking about with Weber, is they manufacture it and sell it direct to you. So there's going to be substantial cost savings doing it that way.
I didn't make this formula yet, so I poured myself 2 ounces because I know I'm nowhere near going to need that. But I wanted to pass this around so you guys could look at it and give it a smell, and I didn't want to not have any up here. All right, so we have our 4 quarts of cold tap water. You don't need to buy filtered. If you have really stinky sulfy water, yeah, definitely go get you bottled water, filter water, whatever you got to do. Jeff and other people will argue that you don't need to mix the sugar with your water before putting it into your machine. We always recommend it because sugar acts like a sandpaper. So when you put it into your machine dry like this and your blades are spinning, it's not going to break the machine. It's not going to damage it, but over time, especially those that are strictly Italian ice, it's going to wear your blades down a lot faster than those that just make traditional ice cream. So we're just going to put the 2 pounds in there. Give it a stir. We don't have to fully dissolve it, just enough to get it wet.
While Christy stirs, I'm going to show you a disaster waiting to happen. You'll see us in different videos. We look like we're strange. We come by and just, pat the machine. Like, hi, puppy. We're doing it to see that the gate is closed. We just rinsed out this machine. Now, if Christy won't make this mistake, I do it. If you pour your next product in here, it's going all over the floor, and you're going, that expletive deleted Steve Thompson, his machine leaks. It's leaking. It's not leaking. You left the gate open because the last thing you did was take the rinse water out, and that gate's still open. Now you're pouring liquid in. Make sure the gate's closed. If the gate's closed, nothing's going on the floor. So you'll see us go by and go like that or go like this.
Now, buying fresh or frozen fruit, I like to buy frozen and let it thaw. I mean, it's kind of hard to see, but I'm sure we've all had a bag of frozen fruit that we've let thaw. When it thaws, it creates its own natural sweet juice that is in the bag, and it smells oh so heavenly. Any fruit that you buy frozen, it was already grown and it picked at its peak season. So you know that frozen fruit you buy will be sweet, will be ripe. Versus, I gotta wait for it's in season. Is this the right pineapple? Is it gonna be sweet? Well, what about this mango? So you know when they're frozen, it's already been picked at its peaked freshness. That's a tongue twister, try saying that. So I initially had 10 ounces of only the fresh strawberry or frozen strawberries, and as you can see, a permanent marker, that was me. We changed it to 20 ounces because 10 ounces just didn't seem like enough. Now, we are going to go ahead and pour this in. My gate's closed. Notice I don't put my container on the throat of the machine. I'm going to hold it up and create a long pour. Doing so makes it narrow at the bottom. And if I was to keep it to the throat of the machine, it's going to be so wide and I have the chance of it spilling off to the side.
It's no different from me making a full pot of coffee in the morning, 14 cups. If you rest the coffee pot on the bucket on the coffee pot, it kind of spills all over. If you just raise it up a little bit, now you're making a smaller stream, and you can pour it right in.
Frozen strawberries are just for fruit identity. The fruit flavor is the actual base, though, right?
You don't need to have the actual base. It's going to most certainly help. It'll give it a really good, that strawberry flavor that you're used to recognizing when you eat something.
Just to have it in there.
Right, so you can say it's made with fresh strawberries or real strawberries, and it is. So I'm going to go ahead and turn on the machine. I don't need to let this freeze and firm up a little bit to put the strawberries in, because I want them to pulverize and kind of break down. And when you see it come out, it'll have like little bits and pieces of strawberries in there. All right. Now, I have to be very careful because I got 2 ounces and I only need a splash. I'm going to call that good. And then we'll give it a taste. Now, I know that this has got 2 pounds of sugar. It's going to have more strawberries. That's more sugar. So I'm turning my freeze on because it's not going to freeze right away. It's going to be a little bit, especially that it's that, and it's kind of essentially your first run again. Any other questions? Yes, that's right.
So, that's right. So, like I love cherry ice. If you use the orange as base, I was reading a thing, it's loaded with, ice. Loaded with syrups. I didn't even realize, even if you have no sugar added, you've got a ton of sugar there. That little bit of flavoring from this thing gives you the same Italian ice you would have from that base?
Yes, that's correct. But that's
and
what
you can control your sugar, so I can use allulose to make it more sugar?
That's correct, if you want to. So you can always control your sugar with the Weber flavoring versus the iRice has the sugar already in it. There are a lot of different, like lemon ice. Lemon ice, that's, my kid will tell you, she's going on 17, and she will tell you, hands down, Steve's lemon ice is the best she'll ever have. She's also learned that stabilizers are gross. She can spot a product with the stabilizer a mile away, and she won't eat it. So always using like fresh if you can is really good. Adding just a half ounce or a splash of that base, it's good too. There's another company called Green Mountain Flavors, which is that green folder that you have underneath that. They do all natural. So instead of using red dye number 40, he uses beet extract. It doesn't taste like beet, but he uses the beets to make that red coloring. Same thing with greens and stuff like that. So if you want to stay more on the all natural path, Green Mountain's a great company.
How does it taste like?
It tastes great. Like I haven't had any complaints. Green Mountain and Weber, those are the two I usually always stick with whenever I use any flavorings, extracts, things like that.
But the Green Mountain, I primarily use them for color. Typical example, young mother, again in the 30s, comes in, 5-year-old daughter, and the daughter wants the cherry ice. And mom goes, oh no, you can't have that. That's red dye 40. No, ma'am, we got our color, not our flavor, our color from the beets, concentrated beet juice. And the mother, you tell them that she looks at you and she says, thinking to herself, wow, if they're going to all that much trouble to get rid of red dye 40 and put in concentrated beet juice, what's the rest of this store like? You know, so you're building an instant reputation. Hey, you got to go try that place over there that sells Italian ice. I know they use beet juice. Wow, incredible. Nobody else is doing that. Everybody else is using a list of chemicals that starts like this.
All right, so with the cutoff check, what you're gonna do, same thing, you're gonna open and close it and see how it cut off, and it's got a little bit of wetness, but that's water. We're good to go. We're gonna shut this off and we're gonna start pulling.
See how fast that comes out? Because there's nothing restricting it. And yet you're still safe with the guards.
Everybody see those strawberries?
Wow, it's beautiful.
All right, let's get this one here.